Going on YouTube. Y'all been asked for updates on all the tanks, so I'm gonna explain a little bit and show you what's been going on here. I've decided I'm still gonna keep fish, but I'm gonna be tearing down a lot. Size references, I'm not gonna keep small tanks anymore. I'm just gonna keep a few large ones. And when I say small, I'm saying a 125 is small. Just because it's a 6 foot length. Now if the one that's 2 foot from front to back and 4 feet wide, I'm cool with that. 180s, they're decent. I just need turning space for the large fish that I have. Sorry about the glare, all the lights are on so I could show you guys the tanks. So I'm gonna be selling basically every tank inside this fish room. I have a whole bunch of them back here. Pardon the mess. There's 3 10-gallons, a 5-gallon, and another like acrylic bow front 5-gallon thing. Both these 75s are going, but I'll show you what I guys got. I sold all my electric blues because I'm breaking down my setup, so I'm getting rid of fish. This is a chocolate cichlid. I recently acquired it from a local. I was getting rid of it. And my loaches are still in here. My clown loaches have gotten some really good size to them, but they all like to hang out in here. They're getting fairly large. Maybe I can get a net and show you guys. Hold on. See if I could. They're getting pretty decent. If they're all in here. Oh, there's the big one. Oops. But as you can see, I still have a majority of my loaches. I got rid of the yo-yos a while back. And there's been a few losses too, like during the move. Some of the fish, I had the Jack Dempseys and a couple of Viejas in here. But there's those guys. Still got about 3 or 4 bushy nose Placos in there. And then the one chocolate. And then down here we've got Richard. He's lone man. I haven't found a home for him yet, but he's going too. He's a 1 tank fish, so I really just don't want to house him by himself in a 75-gallon. I'm getting interest, other hobbies that are lined in. I still love the fish tank community, and I'm still going to keep fish. It's just not on the level that I have them. In here we got the Dat and the Scat, which I'm getting rid of those guys as well. The 65, I just took all the keyholes out of here and moved them. Still got the rainbows, the tetras, the resboras, a random African cichlid, the female calico convict, the buffalo head, one of the angels from a spawn, a curvicep, a severum, and your cardinals. And that's pretty much what's in there. A bunch of Cory cats too as well, and a rhino Placo. Down here we got Poor Chalk, the stubborn bastard. He only eats bloodworms. As you can see, he's pretty much the same size probably since you guys last seen him. He might have gained some length, but he hasn't really gotten any size. And there's a rhino Placo in here somewhere. He's probably in there. And the rhino Placo. And then we'll go out here. Y'all say what's up to my my little Jack Russell. He's new to the family. This is Turbo. We'll head over this way and check out the Tanganyikan, or basically the shell dweller tank. As y'all remember before, it was just a male, and then the all the fry that he had after he killed off the female, because they were the only 2 left after the large male. This guy over here killed the other 6 males and was left with just his female. This was his spawn, and in here there's a spawn clutch back here, there's some in here, there's another group inside here, and another group back here. So there's a bunch of breeding pairs in here. The colony's pretty much exploded. And the lone Calvis is in here somewhere. I just couldn't tell you where. Down here we just have the breeding pair of calicos. Wintertime's been really slow with breeding. They've had a spawn, maybe 2. But recently I seen the male today picking off a lot of them. I think they're getting ready to spawn again. And then in here, what's been left over of the feeders, there's a few calicos left. These are basically the runs. I've fed the majority of the large ones already, but now these ones are starting to gain size since there isn't any competition for food really. All the crebentus are gone. We gave them away in a trade. And then the 125. You guys haven't seen this one yet. It's a green terror we acquired from one of my co-workers' nephews. He was breaking down his 180, had some green terrors and a whole bunch of red hooks and stuff, but I only took the green terror. He was breaking it down to turn it into salt, so he wanted to send him to a good home. The Jack Dempsey from Spawn that used to be on the 75 in there has been recently moved. There's Ryu, the other Buddha Kofri. This one seems to be doing good in a community setting. Bifasciatus, aggressive for sure. We figured that out recently, and I'll tell you guys about that story later. Rocky, the Cinnaspilum, the pike, of course. A couple more Fenestratus growing out. Check out that green terror. Very, very pretty. Not bad for a free fish. And that's those guys. There's still the tiger loach. Hangs out in his little cave down there. Sorry about the algae, guys. I don't take care of this tank at all. This is the girl's tank, and she does what she pleases with it. But let me explain the aggression too with these guys. We had all these fish in here. We had a bunch of flower horns in here at one point. These siblings of this guy. There was probably about 7 of them, and they were all maybe, I want to say, an inch shorter than that. And they all went in there, and some of them started getting beat up. So we moved them over to that 55 over there, and they started growing out. We kept a couple in here. Then we ended up moving them all out, trying to take out some of the fish in here, because I mean there's some fairly large fish. I mean, he's all of a foot. He's getting close to it. This guy's probably 8 inches or so. Same thing with Ryu, 7, 8 inches. That Jack's only about 6. And we got some fairly large fish. The pike's about 8. So she got a hold of a Via Argentina, which was way bigger than these 2 guys in here. I mean, it was 13, 14 inches, huge male. We got it, we brought it home, drip acclimated. Same thing with the chocolate, got it from the same guy. Put him in the tank. He was huge. I mean, massive compared to these other guys, and everything was going fine. She came, I went to work the next day. I worked both jobs. She ends up at my work saying that it got beat up. I mean, it got beat up. She said that she found this guy basically grabbing the side fins and tearing it up like a pit bull. Just couldn't stand it. He changed complete colors, and you see around his eyes those really dark spots. That was I mean, it was super black. You can tell he was mad. He's like, he went into a different form, and he just wasn't having it. So definitely they are highly aggressive. Don't doubt the profiles when you read them online, because they definitely are. The 125 with the Feste. I'm not sure when the last time I shot a video on these guys, if they've gotten any size. I mean, these males, which I believe to be male, are getting a lot larger. The other large female, that was the largest. This was the second largest one, the one that would color up very nicely. And a couple more there. And in here, we got the keyholes. They were moving to here today because we were hospitalizing that Vieja in here, and it ended up passing. I think its swim bladder got popped in the process of being descaled and just pulverized. And there wasn't any fish in here for a couple of days. I just threw some food in there, let some ammonia get in the system, and today we did a huge water change on it and introduced these fish. Oh, and my sump, I'm finally, I broke my 29 gallon that was under the 125. And it's been running on a keg bucket, but I finally got the glass silicone in there today. Just letting that dry and set up. And I'm gonna get rid of the bucket and just next weekend I'm gonna drain this down, get a buddy over here, get the 55 underneath it, and call it a day. But that's what's been going on over here, guys. Like I said, we're probably going to sell the majority of the tanks. I might even sell the 125s to get larger, like 220s or something like that, and have these guys in a larger tank. I might just breed the Festa in another 120 in that 125, and then I got Jaws in there that's going to be going into a 120, possibly larger if I can get one. And that's going to be it. I might keep like a 40 breed, or that 65 staying too. We're going to keep that as display tank, but that's leaving too. So we're going to be getting rid of a lot. I'm probably going to be cutting down to 4 tanks total. And that's going to be it. I mean, I'm still going to have videos, still going to have fish, but just not as many as I got. There's the update, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Questions or comments, you know, just leave them down there. Peace.